There are countless little things women do without even realizing. Things so subtle and so natural that they can quietly melt a man's entire heart. Today, on Pure Her, we're diving deep into the small behaviors that men find incredibly attractive. These aren't about looks, makeup, or outfits. These are about the gestures, habits, and tiny moments that slip through the cracks of everyday life, yet somehow leave the strongest impact. Many men won't openly admit this. They'll say they don't notice, or that such things don't matter. But the truth is, men fall for the small things just as much, sometimes even more than the big ones. Maybe you're doing these things already, without ever knowing the effect they have. One of the first things men secretly love is when a woman shows her softer, calmer side after a long day. Imagine leaning your head on his chest while watching TV, or resting on his shoulder during a quiet moment. Men adore the feeling of being chosen as a place of comfort. It's grounding. It's peaceful. It makes him feel like he's the safest place in your world. Another powerful gesture is when you touch his hair, running your fingers through his hair, fixing a messy strand, or giving a gentle scalp massage. It all creates a wave of warmth and calm he can't fully explain. Even men who are normally protective of their hair soften instantly when the touch comes from a woman they care about. It makes them feel nurtured, valued, and deeply connected. Affection, even small doses of it, is something men treasure more than they ever say. A light touch on the arm, a warm hug from behind, a quick kiss on the cheek, or a soft smile during a conversation. These little expressions of care hit differently. They feel genuine. They feel effortless. And men adore that natural, unforced warmth. Then there's the moment when a woman makes the first move. A lot of men constantly overthink whether they're being too forward, too persistent, or too distant. When you text first, or you say, "I want to see you," it lifts that entire weight off his shoulders. He sees it as confidence, clarity, and interest, and nothing is more attractive than that combination. And let's not forget honesty about emotions. You don't have to pour your heart out, but telling him what you feel when you're happy, proud, grateful, or excited creates a closeness that actions alone sometimes can't. It warms him from the inside out. It makes him feel trusted. Another thing men find incredibly attractive is when a woman confidently stands up for herself, not in a confrontational way, but in a self-respecting, calm, and grounded way. When you speak up when something feels wrong, when you assert your boundaries, or when you simply refuse to shrink yourself, men admire that strength deeply. It shows backbone. It shows self-worth. And nothing is more captivating than a woman who knows her value. Wearing his clothes is another unforgettable one. A hoodie, a t-shirt, sweatpants, anything oversized that belongs to him. It's simple, but it's irresistible. It gives him a surge of warmth and pride he won't say out loud. You look adorable and comfortable, and subconsciously it signals closeness, partnership, connection. True loyalty to your friends is another trait he quietly respects. Men admire women who protect, support, and stand by their inner circle. When he sees you defending your friend, helping her through something hard, or showing up when she needs you, he realizes how strong your loyalty is. And loyalty is one of the most universally attractive traits in a woman. Massages back, neck, shoulders, or even a gentle squeeze of his arm work magic. A man's body responds instantly to a caring touch. It's calming, grounding, and intimate. When you place your soft hands on his tense muscles, you're not just helping him relax physically, you're telling him, without words, "I've got you." Men also adore when women wear their comfiest pajamas. No makeup, messy hair, just natural, relaxed softness. It makes you look peaceful, real, and approachable. Men love that version of a woman, the one who doesn't need to impress, because she already does without trying. It triggers a protective instinct he can't turn off. And then there's the power of high heels. The sound of your steps, the way they change your posture, the elegance, the confidence, the subtle sway of your hips. Men notice all of it, even if they act like they don't. Trust me, they do. Heels mesmerize men in a way that is universal. Playful teasing is another irresistible behavior. A light joke, a sarcastic comment, a little poke at something harmless, he does men love it. It shows comfort, chemistry, and confidence. It makes the interaction light and fun. And when you follow it with a smile or a small nudge, you're basically imprinting that moment into his memory. Men are also drawn to women who dress for themselves. Not for attention, not for approval, but simply because they enjoy how they feel in what they wear. That self-contained confidence is magnetic. When you walk into a room fully owning your style, whether it's bold, simple, elegant, or quirky, he notices the way you carry yourself, and he loves it. Then there's your reaction to cute animals. The way your eyes widen, your voice softens, or you melt into a puddle of joy when you see something adorable. Men find this incredibly sweet. It shows your soft side, your capacity for love, and your innocence. It reminds him that beneath all your strength, there is a gentle heart. Confidence in general, how you speak, move, stand, or even laugh is a major attraction. A woman who knows who she is, even imperfectly, radiates something powerful. Men feel drawn to that energy. Confidence is magnetic because it makes everything you do seem intentional, meaningful, and attractive. Another irresistible gesture is when women touch while speaking without realizing it. A hand on his arm during a joke, tapping his shoulder when you're excited, fixing his collar or brushing something off his shirt. These small touches break the physical barrier in the most natural way possible. And men adore that closeness. Men also love when you rely on them for support, even if just a little, asking for help with something, trusting him with a problem, or showing vulnerability doesn't make you weak. It makes him feel needed, capable, and connected. A man's instinct to protect and support the woman he cares about is incredibly strong. One of the most fascinating things men love is when a woman talks passionately about something she cares about. Your eyes brighten, your voice lifts, your hands move, your whole energy changes. Men love seeing that spark, that eagerness, that fire. It shows depth. It shows purpose. It shows that your world is rich and alive. Men also find it adorable when women get slightly annoyed, not angry, just a little irritated. The way you narrow your eyes, the tiny pout, the mini rant, is cute in a way you might not realize. It's playful. It's expressive. And yes, men notice it more than you think. And finally, lip biting, intentional or not. It's one of the most universally attractive gestures a woman can do. It draws his attention instantly. It makes him hyper aware of your presence. And if you look at him through your lashes at the same time, it's game over for him. These are the small, subtle, almost invisible things that men find incredibly attractive. The gestures that feel natural to you, but unforgettable to him. And the most beautiful part is, you don't even have to try. These moments happen effortlessly, and that's exactly why they're so powerful. Thank you for listening today on Pure Her. If you want more content like this, make sure to follow for new videos about attraction, psychology, and the hidden dynamics between men and women. There's so much more to uncover.